And the next game is Burgertime for MAME.
Now, before I get into the game itself, I'll explain how I had all these MAME games set up. And I was running these MAME games off of MAME, of course, but off my laptop hooked up to my high-definition television. And I also was using a Xbox 360 arcade stick for the controls, and that worked out very well in my opinion. I never had it set up that way. In fact, I kind of hadn't played MAME in a long time. But yeah, once I got it all set up, it worked out very well. And what we're watching here is Burgertime, which happened to be one of my favorite arcade games. I played it a few times. I haven't played it in years. I haven't seen it in years. But yeah, I did play Burgertime a few times in the arcades. Not that many, less than 5, I'd say. Well, less than 10, I'd say, to be fair. So yeah, it took me a while to play this again and again, and I got into kind of the groove for about the first 4 screens, and then after that I was just out of luck. And once I got to the 6th stage, I think, I just couldn't figure out a pattern at all that worked for me, and I would always just die. So my main goal for coming into this was actually just beating the default high score, which was 28,000, and I did that. But yeah, generally, the arcade version of Burgertime seems to be a lot harder than any of the home versions, and I think that's why I like it so much. If you notice, the camera is kind of going in and out, and that's because I had autofocus on, and the camera just decides to focus out of focus whenever it wants. It's really interesting, but I did get the final score in focus, and I'll just leave it at that until we see the final score. Yeah, and here's the screen I just could not get past, and it's mainly because of all those patties that are on the edges, and that's game over. Put in my high score, and my score for Burgertime running through MAME is 42,600.
And the next game is Galaxian on MAME.
Now, I've got to say that I always preferred playing Galaga over Galaxian, but as I was playing and getting into this, I got really addicted to this. I played this on 3 separate occasions because I just wanted a higher score. And there are a couple tricks in order to get a higher score than usual. And the first trick is to not attack the Galaxians until they are attacking you, because they're worth at least twice as many points that way. And the second tip is that when the yellow ship attacks with its red ship escorts, it's if you can take out the 2 red ship escorts first and then the yellow ship, that's just worth a lot more points than if you were to shoot the yellow ship first, or not at all, or shoot one then the other. It's all worth different amounts of points. But yeah, my main goal in this ultimately was to score over 10,000 points, and I did that. And I'm going to die soon. It's my game over. So my high score for Galaxian running through MAME is 11,020 points.
And the last game I will be doing is Jungle Hunt on MAME.
I always found Jungle Hunt to be a really fun game to play, but I was never really that good at it. So really my only goal here was to make it through all 4 screens. The first scene was swinging from vine to vine, and the second scene here is the alligators, which always seems easy, but I always wind up dying at least once on it. And then the rocks falling down the hill, which I always used to have a hard time with until I realized you can duck or push up and jump to jump even higher. And I can always seem to make it through there without any problem now. And then actually jumping over the headhunters to rescue your girlfriend or wife or whatever, whoever she is. But the second time through, I always get screwed up on the monkeys. I just figured it out actually after I played it that if you wait, the monkeys will go higher and higher in the vine. But I always wind up getting screwed on that anyway. And there's my game over. My high score for Jungle Hunt running through MAME is 12,100 points.
Now there was one extra challenge in there, and that was Donkey Kong Jr. in the Game & Watch. But since I don't have that, I will not be participating in that challenge. But 12 out of 13 ain't bad. So let's just go over those colors one more time.
For Burgertime on the Intellivision, 53,250. Beauty and the Beast on the Intellivision, 10,700. Ladybug on the Colecovision, 135,030. Gorf on the Colecovision, 12,420. Pac-Man on the Atari 2600, 2,729. Phoenix on the Atari 2600, 15,520. Frogger on the Atari 2600, 2003. Solar Fox on the Atari 2600, 51,200. Super Breakout, game setting 7 for the Atari 2600. That's a very hard to read, 1,304. Burgertime running through MAME, 42,600. Galaxian running through MAME, 11,020. And finally, Jungle Hunt running through MAME, 12,100. So that's it for me and the challenges this time. If I happen to decide to go back and replay any of these games, I'll be sure to make an annotation over one of these videos, maybe even all of them, that I did get a higher score, but I won't be taping anything else. I'll also go over to the original video posting that Broken 1394 did for this challenge and leave a comment that I did get a higher score. Also, if you're interested in participating in the challenge, you don't need to do a video response or film it or take a picture or anything. Broken 1394 says all you have to do is leave a comment. And in all three parts of this video, I'm going to leave a link to the original video. Just go there, play your games, leave a comment, what your scores are, and that should suffice. There really is no incentive to cheat because this is just for fun and there's no prizes involved. So yeah, this was all in great fun and I had a great time doing it. So again, thank you to Broken 1394 for starting this challenge up, and everybody else, I'll see you next time. Bye.
A movie that takes the bold step of not including the audience.